What's up, you guys? After Reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate SG-1. This is season 7, episode 15. So let's go over the comments from last week's episodes. There are a lot of interpretations of this episode. While trying to bypass the safety protocols, she's knocked out. The crew abandons ship when it's caught in the gas cloud, only to be captured by the aliens. Sam's delusional from the concussion hallucinates people in her life that represents different aspects of her personality. Daniel represents her inquisitive side, her curiosity. He wants her to examine the cloud, look at the wonder around her. Tilk is her sense of self-preservation. He warns her not to sleep. Beware of what's going on. He tells her, don't help the aliens. Her father represents her caring side. He tells her to look out for her own needs and find someone that loves her, that she can give her heart to. Jack represents her sense of duty, while at the same time he is someone she has romantic feelings for. This creates a conflict in her that is holding her back. He tells her she must let one go. He can't be both if she's going to be happy. The little girl is tricky. My best guess is she represents Sam's inner sense of self, the child we all start out as and still feel we are deep down inside. She is the one that clues Sam in on the solution to her problem. Twinkle Little Star is a star drive, and bubbles are the hyperspace bubble the engine creates before traveling at hyperspeed. Like I said, there are different interpretations of this episode. This is just mine. It's not a favorite of mine, as I said before. I don't like these ethereal dream or inner voice episodes that much. Well, I'm glad that you kind of went into detail there, because that all didn't make any sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. That episode was an interesting one for me, because I don't know, it just went right over my head, all of it. There's another episode I'm indifferent. This is another episode I'm indifferent to. It has some interesting ideas, and I think the cast performances, facets of Sam's mind are good. It just feels lacking. Fair. This is an episode I usually skip. It's important that the Prometheus finally got back to Earth, but other than that, I don't care for it. It's also pretty stupid to stop near that nebula. The smart thing to do if they're going to be stuck helpless for 2 hours at a time is to stop in the middle of empty space, where the chances of anyone finding them are near zero. Something like a completely unique nebula is going to be much more likely to have other people hanging around, which is exactly what happened. This all could have been prevented by thinking strategically. Why do I feel like this turned into a Star Trek episode? As a lifelong Star Trek fan, you're not wrong. Although it's a particularly bad one. Yikes. I'm glad I wasn't alone in thinking that it was a odd choice for an episode. Overall, a pretty meh episode for me. However, the one redeeming quality about this episode is the introspective Sam had regarding her love life. Sam's career is pretty much perfect. Not everyone gets to be a brilliant astrophysicist on top of being a major in the United States Air Force. Where would we be without her all these seasons? Her personal life, on the other hand, has been pretty much non-existent. Does she want a family of her own one day? Even though the other three aren't exactly going home to their families, at least they all had that experience before. Yeah. And whatever feelings there are between Jack and Sam, it clearly hasn't been going anywhere for seasons now. Yeah, they've really dropped the ball on it. I don't like, I wonder if, like, there's some writers in the room that were for it, and, but, like, majority of the writers were against it, which is why they probably haven't done anything with it. And then, like, maybe in that episode, it was someone that kind of was like, well, here's this lingering thread, let's talk about it. Maybe someone that wasn't exactly for the idea of them two together, but wanted to wrap up that story in some way. Because, yeah, I don't know. It feels really random that, like, I don't know, they just never did anything with it. I don't know. Madrona, the planet that the SGC was recommending to Jonas's people, was introduced in an episode in Season 2. They were the ones that had their weather device stolen by the NID. Okay, I remember now. This was the episode where we learnt that rogue agents in the NID were using Second Stargate to steal technology from other civilizations. Right. I remember now. We didn't really get to know the people that well since the episode wasn't really about them. The most interesting part of this episode for me was the Goa'uld. I agree. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time, 7 seasons in, we've actually seen a Goa'uld be a little selfless. Turco not included, of course. I think the Goa'uld actually had feelings for Jonas. R.I.P., I guess. Yeah, it seemed that way, didn't it? It has been mentioned that some Goa'uld rarely change sides and joined the Tok'ra willingly rather than being children of Egeria. So we know that they can choose to be selfless and good, but it's just extremely rare. It's apparently been several centuries since the last one defected to the Tok'ra. Well, there you go, it's been a long time. So, yeah, it's very, very, very rare. We're told at some point by the Tok'ra that a few Goa'uld have switched to their side over the thousands of years that they've been around. Clearly, it's possible for a Goa'uld to change their mind and become better. It's just very rare. Maybe if she hadn't died, this one could have had a change of heart at some point. It would have been an interesting story to explore, a Goa'uld turning good. I agree 100%. I think, I don't know, I kind of feel like they missed the mark in killing her off and, you know, keeping the woman around. Like, who cares about the woman? I'm sorry. I know they were going for a selfless story, okay, I get that. But also, you could still go with a selfless story and, like, redeem a character. That is the most interesting fucking... I love redemption arcs. I love them so much. And, you know, clearly I'm not alone. Yeah. Thanks to you, Sean, I spent the entire episode waiting for the Bieber twins to do their hair flip. Oh, God. When I first watched this episode, I found it really boring, but rewatching it now, I really enjoyed it. I felt for Jonas at the end, however, because he was never in love with the host. It was the Goa'uld that he knew and loved. The relationship between the two won't be the same. Yeah, so I feel like I'm in the same boat. I feel like the episode itself was nothing to write home about. I think the interesting part was the Goa'uld. Like, that's literally all. Like, I did not care for the drilling. I don't care about Jonas's people, I'm sorry. They're horrible people. Like, they're fucking always bickering. Like, I do not want to see that shit. Right, but the Goa'uld, you know, you got me. But you dropped the ball by killing her. I suppose they could try and contact the Asgard to find Carter and help out, but then we wouldn't have this episode. In-canon reason is probably that the Asgard are too busy trying to fight replicators and prevent their little grey butts from going extinct, or they're just seeing if we can handle ourselves. Sometimes you gotta throw your kid into the deep end and see if they can swim. I mean, you should probably teach them to swim first, rather than just throwing a kid in the deep end and be like, good luck! I assume the little girl was a personification of the nebula that Prometheus was stuck in, same as with how Carter was seeing Daniel, Teal'c, and Jack. However, the end of the episode kind of makes that seem impossible, since Carter heard the little girl singing when she was in sickbay back at the SGC. Weird episode. I agree. Yep, Jonas brought Bieber here to Earth 5 years before Bieber got famous. I had to look that up, but also, yeah, Jonas copied his hairdo off the Goa'uld, meaning the Goa'uld are responsible for Bieber hair. That's probably the worst thing they've ever done. Well, you know what? I'm gonna air some of my own laundry here. I had a total crush on Justin Bieber. When he looked like that, I thought that, like, look, that was the style that year, or those years, I don't know, that was the style. Like, if a dude had that hair, he was fucking hot. Like, you didn't even have to have a good face, you just had to have the hair, and I was like, yeah, you're fucking hot. I mean, looking back now, bad choice. But, like, it was the style, you know? I don't know. True, the names during the beginning of the episode always cover a lot of screen, which can be both distracting and prone to spoiling someone. I kind of like how, for instance, Superman and Lois does it, where the names are showing up in the lower corner of the screen in much smaller font size than Stargate. The planet where SGC suggests to evacuate people is of Langara, Kelowna. They supposedly a bit of a fuck up in the script. Teal'c and Daniel are talking about a planet called Madronas. However, the only planet we've seen which vaguely resembles that name is Madrona. We saw Madrona in season 2 episode Touchstone. That episode revolved around someone having a stolen device which was in control of Madrona's weather. The absence of the device turned Madrona into a paradise-like planet, turned it from paradise planet into one that was plagued with huge storms, until SG-1 found out that some bad guys were using a second Stargate to steal shit off world, recover the device, brought it back to Madrona. So either it was a fuck up by the writer, or someone accidentally named the planet in this episode after something we've seen before. Right, okay. I'd like to point out that the Goa'uld, which the language said occupied Kelowna 3,000 years ago, went by the name Thanos. Really? If you've got any jokes now, it would be a shot for it. Wow, apparently I didn't make any. I missed that, I guess. Very convenient that the Langarans just happen to have a vehicle that they can dig through the ground just as they need one.
TV show's got a TV show.
I mean, Goa'uld to Jonas, all this time it was always me. That's cool and all, but the Goa'uld have known to lie their asses off, and she was a spy for Baal. If you continuously lie to someone, your odds at a relationship greatly diminish, yeah. Goa'uld to Carter while speaking in Goa'uld voice. Do not worry, Major Carter. I may be intrigued by your willingness to sacrifice yourself for others, but I do not share it. My symbiote will protect me. Take a moment here. Let's read that last bit again. My symbiote will protect me. Bitch, she is the symbiote. Yeah. Someone fucked up with the writing here. Again. True. A boring episode, 7:13, and a meh episode, 7:14. Let's hope the next ones are better. I will just be a moment. Sorry. Alright, let's get into it.
Previously on Stargate SG-1.
Sarah.
Well, this is a throwback. Wait, is she still alive? I can't even remember. It's been so long.
Sarah?
Don't lose that tablet. It talks about a lost city that's more valuable than anything.
Are you saying the ancients actually lost one of their own cities?
No,
Dude, it's about fucking time that we're picking up the fucking Atlantis shit.
So the lost city is
Atlantis.
still lost.
Amulet is likely from the 12th dynastic period. Inland markings suggest the royal house of Amenemhet. Possibly a gift from the king's immediate family to commemorate a birth.
Amenemhet. Do you need a minute to say that?
It's for luck. Royal goldsmiths made them for the king in the hope that the flood waters would rise again in the Nile, granting them a bountiful crop.
Good guess.
Okay, someone's put a device on him to remember things. And that someone is you. This could be really bad, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because it's like, he has all this, like, ancient knowledge inside of his noggin. You know, the word brain was there for me, and I just said noggin instead. Like, I know there's still some knowledge in there. And maybe she might figure that shit out.
Is that seat taken?
Well, no, but there are plenty of other empty.
Oh my god, hello.
Yeah, but none of them have single.
We got another Deloise in the
Thank
show.
you, but how do you know I'm single?
There's no ring on your finger.
I could have a boyfriend.
You're having coffee by yourself at 7:30 in the morning.
You're
The
very
dad
upset.
from Wizards of Waverly Place.
Most of the guys I've dated recently have died.
How?
Various circumstances.
I'll risk it.
Most of the guys you've dated, who have you dated that's died?
Dinner tonight.
Literally not a single person that I can think of.
Yeah, I'm in town from Denver on a case. We'll order room service, open a box of wine. A box? Something with a duck on the front.
Oh, okay, you are actually dating him.
Stop it, Pete.
Come on,
So
Sam,
young,
come
yeah.
on, Sam.
He's currently doing a podcast with
There's no zoo in Colorado Springs.
Jennifer Stone, I think,
Bowling.
the girl that
There
played
must be a bowling alley around
Harper
here
in
I have to work.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
somewhere.
They're
Can't
both
afford to wait one day for more
watching
deep space
Wizards
telemetry.
together.
Have you seen how much deep space there is out there? It jams the frequencies the Goa'uld use for communication and the remote control of devices like the ring transporters. Right now, we're working on making it portable enough to
That was me
at
yesterday.
least pretend that it's interesting.
No, it was very interesting. Please go on.
Colonel,
Carter? Coffee.
talk to you later, okay?
Are you? Really?
Humming?
You're humming the theme song.
You are.
Sorry.
What's his name?
No, why don't we...
Humming.
Pete.
Pete.
Pete Shanahan, he's a cop.
Speeding again, are we?
From Denver, he's a friend of my brother's.
I'm still here. Just grabbing a drink. Ah, you can see the screen. He's sleeping. I didn't miss anything. I feel like a lot of shows do this. They have like an episode where like a character is extremely tired because they're somehow being tampered with. I'm looking at you, Charmed.
That was great.
Yeah, it was okay. Well, I mean, the company was fine.
Oh, come on. How can you not like Singing in the Rain?
Guess I've always been more of a Fred Astaire fan.
It's a classic.
Whoa there, lady. I believe the term classic is reserved for the likes of the French Connection.
Cop movies.
What's your point?
This was romantic.
Watching a man dance around in the rain with an umbrella?
Just
Yeah,
because
I have
know
to say,
guns
not
are
interested.
car chases.
Or nudity.
Yeah, well, your chances of that are slim to none now, buddy.
You know, my case down here wraps up tomorrow.
Does that mean you're heading back to Denver?
Actually, I called my
Gosh,
cop
how old was he here?
and said, I don't care if crime is running rampant up there. I met this woman, this amazing person, and we got this thing going on.
The coloring in the scene is interesting.
Get your ass back here, you're fired.
Too bad.
I'm lying. I told him I'm taking 2 weeks vacation. The truth is, Colorado Springs is very underrated.
Pete,
And it was going so well.
it is.
But
Careful, Sam. He's not
It's
allowed to
getting
date a
it's
mortal
7 o'clock
I have to
because
get
he'll
up.
have to give up
Really
his wizard
early.
powers.
to go to work,
I mean, he'll do that anyways, but not with you.
which involves
Sorry.
long, arduous hours of you looking into a telescope.
Right.
Look, this is the only way we get
Sam.
Selena Gomez, so.
Have I mentioned I'm a cop? I interrogate people for a living.
Are you saying you don't believe me?
Is this all going too fast for you? Because I could back off. Give you 5 or 10 minutes. I'll call you. Have I left yet? I can't feel my legs.
We got some cringy dialogue here, but sure. It's nice that, you know, her heart's fluttering, I guess.
Where'd you get this?
It was found during an expedition in Morocco last month. No one's quite sure what to make of it. I took the liberty of running a carbon dating. It's over 10,000 years old.
That's impossible.
The lack of writing in the pyramids themselves, the inconclusive data on several artifacts found at the Henderson dig.
Are you saying this proves once and for all that there exists a language on Earth that predates all hieroglyphics?
I thought you might enjoy the challenge.
I recognize this.
How could you?
Well, believe it or not, medieval Latin is a derivative. We can use it as a reference point. I mentioned in the dream the tablet was written in ancient, and in the dream I could read ancient.
Well, that's not so odd, considering you can also do that when you're awake.
Perhaps you are attempting to reveal something to yourself.
Like something from when you were ascended.
Such as your prior vision of Braytak and Ryak in danger.
The tablet sounds a lot like the one you found when you were on Abydos.
That was to lead to the lost city of the ancients.
But didn't. You think that somehow I know the location of the lost city and I just don't remember?
If you have the dream again, perhaps you should translate the tablet.
Oh, don't. Oh my gosh.
Since I now require sleep, I have developed an interest in the concept of dreams. There is much research to study on the matter.
Okay, Sigmund. What are my dreams about?
Since your friend Sarah was taken as a host by Osiris, you have been unable to save her. Perhaps that is the focus of your subconscious desires.
Weird that it'd be brought up again though.
Most often, dreams are merely the mind's way of dealing with desires that cannot be fulfilled.
So basically, I'm destined never to get a good night's sleep again.
Knowing your past experiences, Daniel Jackson, I do not know how you have slept well before now.
Thank you, Teal.
I'm surprised you haven't tried sleeping here with how tired you are. And then, like, linking it back to the fact that I can't sleep at home for some reason. Wow.
Up enough?
They really have Sam being a girl this episode.
What?
I'll take that as a yes.
It's the other 11. The one I left before makes a dozen.
I get it.
You gonna take them with you? Put them in water. I don't know how to take care of roses, to be honest.
No?
No. What do you think?
I think you took her to a old people's dance.
It's nice to know people still stay together no matter what. Isn't it?
You are coming on so strong, my dude.
Oh, no.
What?
We're supposed to have dinner tonight. 2 months, right? I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. Why didn't you remind me?
It's all right.
It's too late now.
I understand. If it was that important to me, I would have said something.
You don't mind?
Of course not.
You're supposed to leave.
What are you talking about? I'm not going anywhere.
So is this like a memory that you have as well?
Come in.
And you remember her leaving?
I don't know. Seeing the inside of your house, that's a pretty big step.
Suit yourself.
Okay, I'm coming.
Where are you going?
I gotta drive back to Denver today and file my report.
Aside from getting into huge trouble myself, I could be putting you in danger.
Now you're trying to tell me that joke about your boyfriends all ending up dead is true?
Pete, please.
The problem is, I feel like I've just scratched the surface with you, Sam.
Okay, you're expecting a lot this early on
We
though.
have a future together if you won't share your life with me.
You've known each other for like 5 minutes, come on.
Verity.
Dave, it's Pete. I'm in Colorado Springs on a case right now and I need a favor, man. Can you do a background check on someone for me?
Sure thing. Who is it?
An Air Force major. Samantha Carter.
Okay, now you're just prying and that's not cool, dude. Not fucking cool.
The only thing I don't have is a gate address. There are still a few passages I haven't been able to translate.
Do you think you can?
I don't know. It's like I'm not in control. Like I'm just along for the ride, watching the whole thing unfold. The strange thing is, none of it's right.
Please elaborate, Daniel Jackson.
Sarah was in love with me, and I guess I had feelings for her too, but my obsession with my research destroyed our relationship. She finally broke it off with me when I worked through our anniversary. The Sarah I'm dreaming about now is like totally different. It's like she cares about my work as much as I do. Like she wants me to find the lost city as much as I do.
Sounds like a normal male fantasy to me.
Did you not say that Sarah introduced the tablet to you during one of the dreams?
You know?
And that you feel that you have no control of the dreams?
You know?
Teal'c?
The Goa'uld possess the technology to explore one's memory.
You're suggesting Osiris is here on Earth manipulating Dr. Jackson's dreams?
We think it's possible, sir.
Kinky.
She's looking for the location of the lost city in my subconscious.
Let's go Teal'c.
I'm sure of it now. She's using the implanted image of an ancient tablet to help me figure it out.
Osiris can access Sarah's memories and use them to more easily gain Daniel Jackson's trust.
How's she doing it?
We're speculating that she's sneaking into Daniel's house at night and using some sort of modified memory device.
Anubis once probed Thor's mind, and in doing so, they would have gained access to Asgard beaming technology.
It would certainly allow her to come and go undetected.
We're hoping the jamming device we've been working on could prevent Osiris from using the beam technology to escape Daniel's room.
You want to set up a trap?
Yes, but we don't want to spring it until after she's helped me remember the location of the lost city.
What?
Look, no one wants to save Sarah more than I do, but I mean, I could know. I mean, it could be there, somewhere in my subconscious. We have to let her think that she's still operating without our knowledge, at least until I've had the chance to try to finish this.
And how are we supposed to know when you know if it's all happening in your head while you're sleeping?
True.
I don't know.
Hey, buddy. It's me. I got what you wanted.
Just give me the highlights.
Well, there's a lot of backstop ID.
Works for the Air Force, does deep space telemetry for NORAD, I know. Is that all you found?
Actually, it's what didn't turn up that says the most. The backstop dead ends.
She's been scrubbed.
Yep. Someone went into the system, wiped out every possible trace of her. Left only what they want others to see. She's probably connected with some top-level stuff.
Like?
Black ops, covert units, things the government denies all knowledge of, you know what I'm saying? Look, Pete, you asked me, this Major Carter's connected something big. You might want to back off on this one, okay, buddy? It's way out of your league.
Hey, it's not like I'm dating her or anything.
Right.
You overstepped, dude.
So what do we got?
Daniel's at his house with a team setting up video surveillance.
Hughes picking out his donuts. He loves a good stakeout.
Jamming device has been installed in the surveillance van. It should prevent Osiris from beaming herself out.
Hey, Daniel. Daniel, you sleeping yet?
Yes, Jack, I'm fast asleep.
How did he hear that? Does he have a headphone in? Because if he has a headphone in, she's gonna know. She's gonna see it. Oh god, you're gonna mess this up, aren't you?
What do you got there? No, I'll pass.
Well, there's
we
your
go.
proof.
Activating frequency jamming.
Let's do it.
I do wonder how she got to SGC when he was following her. Jeez.
Progress?
Not really. I'm still convinced these symbols represent the location of the city.
Like an address?
Yeah. Yeah, there's 7 of them. They don't translate into anything specific.
You're so close.
No, I am not.
Don't say that, Daniel.
They mean nothing to me.
You've worked too hard to give up now.
I don't know. I never knew.
How unfortunate for you.
Move in, move in.
What? How did you even know he was there?
Sam.
Pete, what are you... Get down!
You guys really fumbled this, didn't you? Wonder if he did get the address and he was just saying that.
Yeah. Why is that?
Now that is not normal.
Claire!
You okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, God, Pete, you've been hit.
Ryder!
It's Pete. He needs an ambulance.
I wonder if he will die, because like she was talking about, oh, all her boyfriends die.
It's all right. You're safe.
Daniel?
I'm here. It's all over. You're free.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
I couldn't stop it.
We're gonna get you through this.
Hey. They treating you okay?
Who would have thought there's a hospital under Cheyenne Mountain?
One of the best anywhere.
This place is unbelievable.
You have no idea.
I don't know who took that picture.
Thanks.
What I'm about to tell you is classified under Section 11C9 of the National Security Act.
Chicks with laser beam rings and glowing eyes are classified under 11C9.
Let me talk, will you?
Okay.
You're currently in a top-secret military facility known as Stargate Command. In 1928, in Giza, Egypt, archaeologists unearthed an ancient device capable of instantaneous transportation to other planets by means of a subspace wormhole.
I knew it.
I'm not kidding.
Sorry. Other planets, wormholes. Continue.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Stargate SG-1, Season 7, Episode 15. It was nice seeing David in this episode. I know him from Wizards of Waverly Place, and as we've talked about before, like earlier on in the show when you guys told me that, you know, the Deloises are like an integral part of the show, I just didn't even know the connection, and you guys highlighted that for me. I will say, I think that, like, I have an issue with Sam telling him all of this. Now, hear me out. I feel like telling him the whole truth is, like, too quick and too easy. Like, he was introduced in this episode. They were dating in this episode, and then he finds out at the end of the episode. Like, how long were they dating for? Like, 2 weeks? Like, and he finds out about this? No, I think, and this might be a harsh take, but I can't help but feel that if it was played by any other actor, that, the story wouldn't have gone that way, like he wouldn't have found out, but because, you know, he's part of the DeLuise family, he's been given like a bit more of a leeway with his character, and, you know, been told the secret. There's absolutely ways that you could cover it up. Like, we've done it in the past before. The fact that he is learning all of this after dating Sam for like 2 weeks, even if they were dating for even if this episode took place over the course of like 2 months, which I doubt it, at the very least, if you count like every like little nap time or whatever that bloody Daniel had, that's maybe a week. Maybe? I wasn't actually counting, but maybe. I just have an issue with the fact that he gets to know the secret so easily in his first episode. I don't know. It's just a problem for me. You know, we saved Sarah. I completely forgot about her existence until this episode. We saved her, so that's cool. So maybe now Daniel has a girlfriend too. But yeah, it was a decent episode, don't get me wrong. Also, he didn't even get in trouble for overstepping. Goddamn. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.